Mistakes are the proof that you are trying. Good evening to all the viewers of Corona Wellness Program from Facebook and YouTube. I hope you all are having a pleasant evening. The Corona Wellness Program is an initiative by Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka with the blessings of our State Chief Commissioner Sri PGR Sindhya Sir, along with Manoj Lekhi ji from LIA, Life Essence Academy. This is a session featuring Mr. Jagdish Bhatt and Ms. Sarika. I would also like to welcome the host for today, Mr. Vishal Methi. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So let me give you the detail about this program, the purpose of this program. Because of pandemic, we are living a very stressful life. We are too much worried. We are having too much anxiety because of the current situation. To solve this problem, we are having this Corona Wellness Program. The duration of the program is for 30 minutes. This 30 minutes program will help you to make physically as well as mentally healthy. The program is divided into two parts. First part will be of 20-minute session and second part will be of 10 minutes session. First part will be taken care by Jagdish ji. He will guide us with a pranayam which will help us to improve our lungs capacity as well as it will increase our immunity system. And second part will be taken care by Sarika ji, and that will run a guided meditation. This guided meditation will help you mentally strong. So I request you to join with family and friends and help the society to become more healthy and strong. So now I would like to invite Jagdish ji. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Welcome everybody. Good evening. Namaskar. Jai Gurudev. We'll continue. We'll start with a small prayer. I request you all to close your eyes. Be with yourself. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale positive energy, prana, enthusiasm. Exhale impurities, negative feelings. Once again, inhale and exhale. Just remember your parents. Offer your love and regards to them. Remember your teachers. Do pranams to them. Remember the saints and Swamijis of Gurus of your faiths and offer your regards and love to them. And we start with a small prayer. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Shri Vishveshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Rishi Prabhakaraya Namaha. Harihi Om. Jai Gurudev. Good evening once again. Welcome everybody. You know that we are here together, young and old, scouts, students, their parents, their grandparents, and healthy people are getting help by increasing their immunity. Those who were affected by Corona, they are getting back their immunity through this Corona Wellness Program. So yesterday we are learning here Pranayama, and today we are going to enter into Raja Yoga Pranayama. But before that, just quickly revise what we did yesterday. We learned three things. How to sit in Vajrasana with the way I am sitting right now. Toes together of the feet, heels apart, back straight, chest erect, and there is a triangular cavity in that I'm resting myself, sitting erect. This is our what we call as Vajrasana, very helpful strong asana, which you can do after food. Also helps in digestion and also to cure varicose veins, and paining or aching legs also are cured. So these are the advantages of Vajrasana. We learned how to come up Vajrasana. We learned that come forward. We rested there for some time using this part of the fist, and then slide on one side and come out of the Vajrasana. These are the things that we learned about Vajrasana yesterday. Then we also learned Bhastrika. So today we will be quickly doing few cycles of Bhastrika and follow it with the third thing that we learned yesterday, Sukha Pranayam or Anuloma Viloma Pranayam. So all these three things we are quickly revising. So let me tell you about, remind you about Bhastrika. We raise the hands and inhale, and when the hands come down, we exhale. So this is how we do Bhastrika. So we will first do 5 simple cycles slowly. I will always keep on go on explaining first. That time you don't do. Later on we do it together. So in Bhastrika, as I told, now we will do together. Raise your hands, inhale, bring your hands down in the fist form, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. This way we are going to continue. Initially we do slow, then we can catch up some pace. So now we will be doing about 15 cycles of Bhastrika. Ready? Raise your hands, inhale, bring them down, exhale. With your eyes closed, rest. This is to be done with eyes closed, and with eyes closed, listen to me. And this is to be avoided by those who are having high blood pressure and heart challenges, heart problems and brain hemorrhages. So these people should avoid doing this. In the class for learning a few cycles does not make any harm. Now rest for a while, and then we will continue with what we learned yesterday. That is Sukha Pranayam, or alternate nostril breathing, or Anuloma Viloma Pranayam. I will quickly revise. Please don't do, just observe me, then we will do together. What do? We keep the left palm close to abdomen, palm facing the sky. Use the 3 fingers together, and we use these 2 fingers, thumb and the little finger, to close our nostrils. So with thumb, I close the right nostril. Please don't do, listen, look here. Exhale through the left nostril, inhale through left. Then change the nostril, close this with little finger, and exhale through right. And then inhale through right, close the right, exhale through left. This is the way we continue. We change the nostril after inhalation. And we start our Sukha Pranayam by exhaling through the left nostril, and we end our Sukha Pranayam also by exhaling through the left nostril. So this is how we are going to do a few cycles. This brings in the 2-3 advantages are there. I told there are 3 important channels of prana in the body. So Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, or left, right and central, Chandra, Surya, Madhya Nadi. So when the prana flows through Madhya Nadi, the various energy centers in the body get activated and we feel energized. So this is what we achieve, and that is helpful for the further part of pranayama that we are going to go through. So we will do Sukha Pranayam for a few minutes. We can do it for 5-10 minutes, but with a limitation of time, we will do for a few minutes. No holding of breath in between. Simply inhale and exhale. So we will do together. First 2-3 cycles I will guide. Left palm close to the abdomen, palm facing the sky. 3 fingers together. We are going to use these two. Close the right nostril with thumb. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close it with little finger. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Close it with thumb. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close it with little finger. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Close it with thumb. Exhale through left. And continue. Please continue. Be with your breath. Keep your eyes closed. Simple inhalation and exhalation. No holding of breath inside or outside. Enjoy what you are doing. Keep a smile, relax. Please continue. I'm just explaining. Please continue. Sukha pranayam, Anulom Vilom pranayam, alternate nostril breathing. Different names are there. Please continue. Keep your eyes closed. Be with your breath. Be one with your breath. You will find your mind also settling, becoming calm. It's a soothing thing and energizing as well. So when you want to stop, you stop after exhaling through the left nostril. Now this is preferably done in Vajrasana, but it's okay if you are sitting with crossed legs, Sukhasana, Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, or in chair, or if you need to lie down in bed, just listen to us and be with us. So now we continue. We go to the next part, new learning today, which we call as Raja Yoga Pranayam. There are different yoga in the school of yoga. They call this Hatha Yoga Pranayam. There is an exertion on the body. Somebody stands on one left leg for 2 hours or 5 hours or sometimes days together also. So in Hatha Yoga, these type of practices are there. But Raja Yoga Pranayam is very simple, very easy pranayamas are there. So Raja Yoga Pranayam has got 2 sections. Which is called the sectional breathing, Vibhaga Pranayam, and second is called the Mudra Pranayam. So we will be learning Vibhaga Pranayam, sectional breathing. In the first part is called as Kanishta Vibhaga Pranayam. So this Kanishta Vibhaga Pranayam I am demonstrating. You just have a look at me. When I'll explain, you listen to me, and then we will be doing together. Very simple, very simple. What do? I'll just demonstrate first. Just observe. Now I'll explain. Please listen. And no hurry to do it. Just observe. And I'm explaining. What do? We sit in Vajrasana or Sukhasana, and we identify our lowest rib. There are ribs here, lowest rib. And I place my palms in such a way that 4 fingers are together. The thumb is stretched apart. Okay, thumb stretched apart. Palms are flat like this. Stretched this way, backward. And then they are placed in such a way that the palms are flat and parallel to the ground. Where are they placed? Such that this part, the central part of this leg, from this to this tip, the central part, this point, touches the side. That is where the stitching of the shirt is there. And they are placing the hands. That means they are not so much forward, they are not backward. They are at the edges, at the side. And in this condition, this little finger, the forefinger and this part touches the abdomen. Okay, am I making it clear? Palms flat and parallel to the ground, just below the lowest rib. Four fingers touching the abdomen, giving slight pressure. Bring the elbow slightly forward, then there is this little pressure. So keeping these hands in this position, we breathe in and out. Now you join me. Please keep your palms like this, just below the lowest rib. They come close to the neck. They are not near the chest, not on the waist part. They are just below the lowest rib. Now exhale and start. Inhale. Wait or hold for a while. Exhale. Pause for a while and inhale again. You will notice that when you exhale, the abdomen goes in. When you inhale, the belly bulges out a little and the hands come apart. Again, exhale. Inhale. So between inhalation and exhalation, there are slight pauses. Please continue. Observe how the abdomen is expanding and contracting. Now, for a while, explain something little more. There are 4 points to understand. The first point is that you breathe in as slow as you can and breathe out as slow as you can. Second point is breathe in fully in and breathe out fully out. Breathe out fully. So breathing in and out is fully your best. Third thing, when we exhale, we make the sound from the pit of the throat from here. So the sound goes like when we say, that sound is done with mouth closed, it becomes. So that sound we make little constriction in the throat and exhale. And the last point is that there are no jerks. I don't do like this. No, it is a smooth exhalation and smooth inhalation. So following these 4 conditions, we do a few more cycles. Palms flat, parallel to the ground, kept at the side. Forefinger pressing the abdomen, elbow slightly forward, exhale and continue. Follow these 4 rules. Inhale. Hold the breath for a while. Exhale with sound. Hold the emptiness for a while. Inhale. Belly bulges out. Hold for a while. Exhale. Abdomen goes inside. Pause for a while. Inhale. Hands come apart a little. Exhale. Make sound while exhaling. One more cycle. Inhale and exhale. Do it yourself, please. Observe the movement of the belly. Now stop for a while. I add 2 more points. You understand, please, that every cycle of the breath, we feel that inhalation and exhalation is happening. True. But along with that, there are 2 more parts to one cycle of breath. So one breathing cycle has got 4 parts. Inhale, hold the breath inside. Exhale, hold the emptiness. Inhale, hold the breath. Exhale, hold the emptiness. That is the breath outside. So this is how they are called as Purak inhalation, Kumbhak holding the breath, Rechak exhaling out, and Shunyak holding the emptiness. So Purak, Kumbhak, Rechak, Shunyak, inhale, hold, exhale, hold emptiness. Now knowing this, We will do 2 or 3 more cycles and stop for the day. Please keep your palms flat to the ground, parallel to the ground. 4 fingers pressures on the abdomen, elbows slightly forward. Smile on your face, back straight. Exhale and start. Inhale. Belly bulges out. Hold the breath for some time. Exhale. Hold emptiness for a while. Inhale. Belly bulges out. Exhale with sound. Hold emptiness. Continue 2 more cycles. Observe for yourself. Maybe eyes closed. Inhale and exhale. Please continue doing that. Stop after completing your cycle. If you want to come out of Vajrasana, just bring your hands forward. You may stretch, then go back. Take the hands to the side, slide in, legs slide out of the position and be there. And please understand one small point is here that the time of exhalation is little longer than the time of inhalation. And the holding is half the time that we take the time for inhalation. If we take 4 counts for inhaling, 2 counts we hold the breath. So we'll stop over here, we'll revise it tomorrow. You may practice it in the morning on empty stomach. That means when you're little hungry and not having the food and immediately doing. So we stop over here. Those who want to rest in Shavasana, they lie down with hands and legs apart. And those who can sit erect, take a back support. I will request Sarika Didi to please guide us further. Thank you everybody for participating wholeheartedly. Thank you very much. Experience it in the morning yourself. Sarika Didi.
Thank you, Jagdeep, for such a lovely session, because you have prepared us to receive the next session that is coming, which is the guided meditation. So as Jagdish ji said, people who are in the lying position can keep their eyes closed and let's not move too much. People who are sitting with the back support can also close their eyes, and gradually and gently you can bring your attention to the noises and voices around you, and also bring your attention to your breath and just flow with the meditation, the guided meditation that is coming next.
The first, the last. The beginning, the end. the start, the finish. Om, the origin, the conclusion. Om, birth and death. The first, the last. The beginning, the end. Om, the start, the finish.
Gently, we can bring our attention back to our body and back to our breath. And slowly and gently, people who are lying in Shavasana can roll to one side and get up and open their eyes. And also people who are sitting can gently open their eyes. Before we move on to our segment intending at 8 o'clock, let me once again take this opportunity to thank all the participants for their time and wholehearted participation. Thank you, Jagdish sir, for a lovely session. Thank you to Sindhya sir for being there. All the people who are working at the back end, Bharat Scouts and Guides. So let's move on to the segment intending. A beautiful small exercise which can bring miracles and wonders in your life.
Welcome all of you to segment intending. What is segment intending? It is a pause which we take every 1.5 hours, and the pause is just a gratitude break and an opportunity to create what we want. There are two parts. One is the past and one is the future. What we have to do is just put our hands on the heart and thank the past. Three things we will thank the past. Past is first, we thank, if you have a guru, thank Guruji or your mother and father. So thank you, Guruji, or thank you, mommy and daddy, for giving this wonderful life. The second thank you is thank you, this Mother Earth, for giving us so much love. And the third thank you is thank you to this wonderful body to give us vibrant health. Now, this is the past, now future. So put the other hand here and the future we create. So future we create is thank you, thank you, thank you. The next 1.5 hours is the most wonderful hours of my life. And then you may add on whatever you're going to do. You can add on to that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And whatever you want to say, you can say, and say it in positive, present, continuous tense. That's all you have to do. It takes 1 minute. And first, the past, put your hand this way, the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Before we wind up the session, we would like to flash our numbers. So Leah has a help desk which runs from morning 8 to 9 and evening also from 8 to 9. So Leah and RSVK holds multiple programs on different areas of our lives like health, wealth, relationships, career, time management, and beautiful workshops which you can attend. So to know more about this and even any other question if you have, we welcome you to call us on our numbers at the help desk. And we really hope that you enjoy today's session. With this, I hand it over to Bharat Scouts and Guides with thanking once again everybody.
That was a wonderful session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember to join back tomorrow 7:30 in the evening for an English session and 7:30 in the morning for a Hindi session. Now, I would like to keep you all informed about some of the initiatives by Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka. The first one is the Scout Oxygen Bank. Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka provides oxygen concentrators for COVID-19 positive individuals in home isolation in Bengaluru city. You can contact the number that is given on the screen when it is necessary. The next one is the Digital Scout Registration. All Cubs, Bulbul, Scouts, Guides, Rovers and Rangers of Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka can now register themselves digitally. We all can stay united on a virtual basis. All you need to do is to open the browser and enter the link that is given, fill the form and submit it. The next one is the good turn that is assigned for tomorrow. You need to help your mother in the kitchen to prepare food and to clean the kitchen. You need to take a picture and upload the same in the link given using the hashtag ScoutGoodTurnDaily. The next one is regarding the digital logbook submission. If you have completed your cook badge, you can submit it in the first link that is given. If you have completed your solar energy badge level 1, you can submit it in the second link that is given. If you have completed the bookbinder skill badge, you can submit in the third link that is given. And for the naturalist skill badge, you can submit in the fourth link that is given. You can also make a family tree chart of your own family and upload it in the first link that is given on the screen. Also, you can interview any family member that you know has been a part of scouting or guiding. You can ask them about their experience and what they learned new in scouting or guiding. And you can upload the same under the heading Once a Scout, Always a Scout in the link that is provided on the screen. I hope you all enjoyed this session. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you.